They are predators who attack soldiers and civilians, men and women. They ruin lives, devastate careers, and destroy hope. They kill the morale of teams, squads, platoons, and companies, and they weaken our army. But they aren't enemy soldiers or terrorists. They're sexual predators, and they're in our own ranks. There is one way to stop them. One thing stands in their way. All of us. Sexual assault happens on post, off post, even in theater. Each year, more than 1,000 sexual assaults are allegedly committed by soldiers of the United States Army. Hundreds more go unreported. The victims are women and men. The crimes are rape, sexual assault, aggravated sexual contact, and abusive sexual contact.
Sexual assault affects males as well as females. Anyone can be a sexual assault victim. We just need to be aware that and make sure that the soldiers are aware that happens as well. It's not just female specific. If we've got a bad seed within an organization or within our family that is willing to harm another family member, it's wrong.
Soldiers who commit sexual assaults must be held appropriately accountable. Sometimes the victims are new recruits, willing to risk their lives for their country and their team members. Other times they're civilians, often part of the Army community. And sometimes the victims are fellow soldiers in theater.
Sexual assault in theater is especially vile because this person that you're with, you're fighting side by side with, you're living in the same area with, you're constantly around. And to harass this person, to sexually assault this person, it's just wrong. This is someone here that you're going out the wire with, that your life is in their hands.
We want them to always think that, how can I be part of this team? Whether they're out there in the civilian world, whether on or off duty, we want them to always think that, how is it that I can play a part? If we don't look out for our brothers and sisters in arms and make sure that they're protected, and they've got to be aware of this, whether they're on or off duty, that it can happen whether it's on or off duty. They've got to be the one that intervenes to say, hey, this is not right, and be willing to stop it.
The damage to a sexual assault victim is often hidden, wounds that you can't see, pain that can't easily be healed, and it goes far beyond the victim.
You get to see pictures of soldiers in Afghanistan and Iraq. And what happens if they're blown up by IEDs or gunshot wounds. You can see the effect that it has on their life. You can see that they lost a leg. You can see that. But you don't see how sexual assault or rape affects a soldier. It's not just about the act. It's not just about what happened in that moment. It's what happens afterwards, because that's the downhill.
Reporting a sexual assault is one of the toughest decisions a soldier can make.
Sexual assault in any aspect is a command emphasis. It takes leadership involvement, so they've got to be aware and know who the sexual advocacies are, know that they can go to the chain of command without any repercussions to report any sexual assault. You're going to share a foxhole, whether it's male, female, and you got to make sure that they always understand that you're treating the individuals with dignity and respect.
Holding offenders accountable is a top priority for the Army. Examples of real sentences at courts-martial include 180 days confinement and bad conduct discharge, 1 year confinement and dishonorable discharge, 48 years confinement and dishonorable discharge. Often, the consequences and penalties are even greater depending on the location of the incident and the rank of the offender.
So much more to lose in the Army when you commit sexual assault. Once you commit sexual assault, your 7 Army values have gone out the window. Your integrity, your honor. You lose the trust of your superiors and your fellow soldiers. You can lose your rank. That's what you have earned. That's what you have achieved. And it ultimately can be taken away in a matter of seconds by your actions.
The best solution is preventing the crime before it happens. Intervening to prevent a sexual assault is the same as protecting your battle buddy under fire. It takes loyalty, it takes courage, and it's your duty.
Are you gonna stand there and watch one of your friends get shot at or injured and not do nothing? That's the same thing with sexual assault. If you see someone being sexually assaulted, you go in there and you get them out of that situation.
One day, me and my buddies was at this pool hall on our camp, and there was a drunk soldier there, and one female soldier entered, looked like she was waiting for us to finish the game. Well, the drunk soldier came up and started hitting on her, and it looked like she didn't want nothing to do with him. She told him no, pushing him away. So at that time, I went ahead and put my pool stick down, went over there, encountered him, and said, hey, why don't you go ahead and take a seat? I need to talk to her real quick. And went ahead and pulled him away. I believe I did them both a favor, because I potentially did stop her from being assaulted, and I did stop him from ruining his Army career.
We've all been there. You see your buddy about to cross that line, go into that gray area, and you stop and you say, are you gonna do something? Do I wanna be that guy and go against my friend? Yes, you're gonna stop it. Step in and save that victim from getting hurt, live the Army values, and save your buddy from making a big mistake. So when you step in, you're not just preventing the victim from getting hurt, you're also preventing their buddy from hurting themselves.
I believe it takes a lot of courage to intervene with a sexual assault. You're saving that soldier from something that is gonna harm them, not just physically, but mentally.
I think it takes a lot of courage for someone to stand up, but in the end, it is the right thing to do.
If one soldier stands up against sexual assault, another soldier is going to, and it's going to just trickle on down, and it'll make the unit stronger and the Army stronger.
Well, it's very important for a soldier to know who to contact and where to go when a sexual act is committed. They can't be afraid of identifying someone, even if it's someone that they know, because they owe it to the victim to make sure it gets reported so that someone can act upon it immediately. Because that individual that committed the crime could commit another crime, and if it's not acted upon immediately, we won't be able to stop it. It's something that'll always pop up in the back of their minds saying, hey, this is what right looks like, and this is what wrong looks like, and I need to be a part of making sure that we're doing the right thing.
We're in the battle, we're ready to go. We're in the battle, we're ready to go.
Together we can defeat the threat of sexual assault. And when we do, we'll be a stronger Army for it.